Welcome back to another video. Oh my god! I wrote this on my vision board 2 days ago. It's basically one of my go-to cake for breakfast things. The house renovation it's pretty much there, which I can't tell you those words. It's a relief. On the way to get my hair blow dried. Hello, good morning my loves, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing really well. This is the first weekly vlog of the year and today's a Monday. I can't explain to you how much I just feel so different. I did a lot of reflection the week before last. I haven't felt this way ever, I don't think, at the beginning of the year. When you want change, I'm ready to action change, and rather than just setting out these big goals, I'm actually looking at the little small steps and just trying to catch myself out. You know them times where you just end up on your phone aimlessly for like 20 minutes? I'm really just trying to have some self-awareness. So anyway, got up early this morning. I got up at 6:20. I literally mustn't have got to sleep last night until probably past midnight, but what I've stopped doing, say if you can't sleep, I just don't bother checking the time because that just drives me mad. And then when you're just like, why am I not asleep yet? And I've got an early alarm, it just creates more kind of sleep anxiety, which we just don't always need. And I know I'll probably sleep better tonight because I was up early, so it'll work itself out. I trained legs just as I was putting my makeup on. When I was doing my mascara, I could feel my legs were going, my legs were shaking, my bum was shaking. So it's a really good session. I literally did 4 exercises and I trained with pure intention today. Sometimes you just don't need like 10 exercises, 8+ exercises, when you can just focus on really being intentional. So just making sure your sets and reps are just really hitting, you're challenging your last few reps. So I went to failure and I also did a few drop sets just to make sure I was really pushing myself, and it just always feels so good when you do that. Thought I could take you through the glute and hamstring session that I did that morning. So started with a warm-up, of course, and was actually noticing this particular day I've definitely lost some size and strength in my glutes. I think since I haven't been as focused on my lifts, I feel like running took a bit of priority towards the end of last year, which is totally fine, but definitely something that I want to work towards getting stronger and building some juicy glutes. So started with CAS glute bridges. I did 3 working sets of 12 reps, and then the end of each set I did a 5-second hold. This is so tough, but the way you can feel this in your whole glutes, I really feel it in my upper glutes. It's definitely worth trying. I had a really good mixed cloud on, as you can tell. I couldn't stop dancing basically, and then I moved into RDLs. So I picked a challenging weight, and make sure with these that you find a weight that you are struggling towards the end of your last 2 or 3 reps. Next was a superset. So I did dumbbell split squats. I did 3 sets of 10, and then I went straight into body weight split squats, as many reps as possible on each leg. These are too good. And then I finished off with hamstring curls. Today's POA is I'm about to head to the bank. I need to actually get some cash out, which is really random. And what else do I need to do? I've got lots to do. I actually had a call at 9:30, so I've taken that already, and then I've got lots of kind of editing to do. I need to send off something for a brand this morning and just plan out a lot of stuff. I've also wanted to do my vision board, which I haven't done. So it's the 2nd week in January, and I also just wanted to remind you, don't feel like if you've not done any planning for this year, it's not too late. Like, you don't need to do it just before the beginning of the year. You can start now where you are. I've just been listening to an audiobook on Spotify. So when I'm getting ready, I just like to have something on in the background, whether that's YouTube or a podcast or audiobook. And this year I've really wanted to start reading more books. So I'm doing 7 pages a day, which I feel like is kind of manageable. I thought I'd keep it like that so I can actually try and do it daily, rather than setting say 15 pages a day and then just thinking, right, I won't even bother getting the book out today because I haven't got time for that. But I'm listening to the audiobook 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. Literally just started it, but it's free and it's on Spotify, so you might also like this one. So far I'm 2 minutes in, and it was talking about discomfort, how often the things that we want, or the biggest realizations, biggest learnings, are on the other side of discomfort, which is so true, isn't it? Sometimes we can feel like, oh, I don't even know where to start, but it's usually what is the hardest thing. That's generally what helps us grow. I feel like I've got a few life updates as well, so we're in This is me getting really excited because I've got lots to fill you in on. Okay, a few life updates. First one being we are in... Is this the first time you're in Betty the Benz? I think it is, you know. I don't think you've been in Betty yet. So do you remember a few months ago I was looking for a new car? I basically sold my really trusty little car. She was getting too many miles on it and I needed something a little bit bigger, and I was basically using her as a van at the time. And then my dad kindly lent me his van for about a month, which is the van that I got locked in the back of, if you remember. So anyway, we've got a coupe. She's sporty and I absolutely love it. I never actually thought I'd have a coupe. Like, I always thought I was like a 4x4 girl. And then also the house renovation it's pretty much there, which I can't tell you, those words, it's a relief, because your girl was losing her mind towards the end of last year because we didn't really have somewhere properly to live. We'd been in Airbnbs. I rented a place for 3 months, then had a bit of a nightmare with like the landlord of that rental. I won't go into that too much on here, but it was a bit traumatic, and ended up moving from there, which I just felt so happy to have moved. And then we've renovated the house, which just, we had so many problems with it being such an old 1800s house. Like, if you watch some of my renovation vlogs, oh my gosh, learned so much from that, and I can't wait to show you round. Like, oh, looking much more like a home, feeling like a home. And then over Christmas I had obviously some time off YouTube and vlogging, which was so needed. Like, I just sat and did nothing except ate my body weight in cheese and chocolate, had a lovely time. Mason's family came to stay with us. It was such a rush to get the house like somewhat ready for when they came, so we did that. The kitchen's looking, oh, the kitchen just is my favourite place. I filmed my first recipe video in there last week, so that is the kind of update. And then I also thought I could maybe talk to you about Dubai in this video, and just anything else. You watch. I'm going to click pause on this video and I'm going to remember a million and one things else that I had to tell you, but they're the main things. Hello.
Oh, hi Olivia, it's Michelle here from the Aesthetics Doctor.
Hi, how are you?
All right, thank you. Dr. Emma's asked me to give you a call because you're wanting booking in this Friday.
Yes please, yeah, if that works. That was a call about my skin, so I need to change my skincare routine, and I feel like since I've been in a routine this past few weeks it's got better, but I feel like I've been using the same medical grade products for about 2 years, so it'd be really nice to make some changes and upgrade my routine. I think I've been using acne products that maybe my skin's got used to or something, so I thought I'd go and get some professional help to have that looked at. That's also something this year that I am always going to make sure I do. Like, I always think, even as a coach myself, even as someone who I'd consider myself, I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to fitness and nutrition, you always should continue learning. I want to always have a coach in some way, whether that is for my fitness or nutrition, and to always make sure you're putting your ego to one side, because like, we always should be open to learning and learning from other people's experiences, knowledge, and just always upgrading our minds and not getting in that fixed, stuck mindset. That has been a note to myself, because it can just stop you progressing, and all it is your ego that is getting in the way. Right, I've gone off on many tangents, so I need to go to the bank now. I've actually forgotten my coat. I don't know how I've managed that, and I would like to have some breakfast pretty soon. Oh my fucking god, oh my god, I could scream right now. I've just had the most amazing opportunity. I've just had, like, what the fuck? I wrote this on my vision board 2 days ago. Not my vision board, on my goals. I haven't even put it, it's not even made it to the vision board yet. I can't even speak right now. I am not making any sense. I'm just in utter shock. I've just locked something in that is possibly one of my like biggest goals. That, what on earth? I can't wait to tell you more about this. I do not want to be that annoying person, but Jesus Christ. Okay, it's quite a few hours later. I've basically just been behind my laptop most of today. I'm actually hosting my first girls' night in this house. The last time my best friends came over, it was still an absolute building site, so this is the first time we'll see it with the kitchen in. They should be here anytime. I'm thinking to make like a chili or something for dinner, just something easy. I just ran to Home Sense because I realised I didn't have enough plates. Like, I've been meaning to get some, so I got some of them, and then I also picked up some little bits from Primark. I got these little, oh, I can't think of what, side napkins and some candles, so just gonna make it all cozy. I've just had a little clean round and lit all my candles, so that is the plan. I picked up some Simply Salt sweet potato chips. This door makes the sound of the knock makes me laugh.
I tried to press the doorbell on that. I was like, oh.
What doorbell actually?
It looks so nice. It looks so
my loves, it's Tuesday and what time is it? 3 o'clock. Today I feel like has flown by. I woke up this morning, I actually went to get back into bed, which was quite a funny moment. So I'd gone to the toilet and then I was like, I am shattered. So the girls left around midnight and then I think I probably got to sleep at about 1 a.m. last night. But it was one of them late nights that was so worth it because me, Olivia and Katie were just cackling, laughing, and we had so much to catch up on. So it was so worth it. But yeah, I went to get back into bed. I even turned the light off and then I was about to close my eyes and I was like, nope, I'm not getting into this, because I always think sometimes if you have that extra bit of a lay-in, you end up sort of ruining your whole sleep routine, because later on that night you won't be as tired as if you just plough through having a little bit less sleep one day and then being able to get like an earlier night. So I literally went to myself, get up, like I said it out loud, talking to myself like a mad woman, hopped out of bed and just got into my morning routine, and I've had a really good day. I have had an extra coffee today, I must say, and I've just been recipe creating. My Instagram will have actually seen this recipe first, but I'm going to obviously share it for you too. So make sure you follow me on Instagram if you want to see my recipe content and whatever else. But it's basically one of my go-to cake for breakfast things that I've been obsessed with, which is a recipe from my app that has been in there for like a year and a half. It's kind of been a progression from my baked oats from 2020 time. Like baked oats is just super quick. It's 1 minute in a microwave and you just blend everything together. And then I've found this really nice sauce to go on top. I made it actually for the girls last night, so I've had it probably like 3-4 days in a row, but it's just so nice. Like I've got such a sweet tooth, so this is just my go-to. So here's the baked oats recipe. So it's about 40 or 45 grams of oats, about 40 grams of quark or Greek yogurt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, that's a must, that is the one thing you really do need, and then a teaspoon of cacao powder or hot chocolate. I quite like this Options hot chocolate at the moment. And then 25 grams of chocolate protein powder, 80 grams of milk, and then pop this in the blender. And then take a little mini ramekin. Kind of smokes when you take the lid off, which makes me laugh. And then you just pour it all in here and into the microwave for a minute. It might need like an extra 10 seconds. So for our chocolate sauce, we're just going to measure out 12 grams of hot chocolate powder. I'm using a little drop of stevia vanilla sweetener, a little bit like 10 grams-ish of chocolate protein powder, and then just a dash of water like that, and just mix that around. Then here's the chocolate pudding out of the microwave. Da-da-da. Chocolate sauce over the top. Oh, look, there's brie on top. Look how good that looks. Like you would just never think this was oats, would you? So you could have this as a dessert, but it's literally like the consistency of a cake. So nice. And if you want that richer kind of chocolatey taste, you can just add more cacao powder or hot chocolate powder. Let me know if you try it. This is the second one I made today. And I've just been trying out getting my lighting set up. What's quite nice is because I'm in my, like in the new kitchen, I'm trying to find my spots, find my groove, and it's just feeling so much more like a home, especially when you've had your friends and family round. Just feels cozy. I wish I could have you over, like just have us all in one place and make you all dinner. That'd be so nice. At some point we should do a dinner party or something where we all arrange a location. Let me know where you're from, because we can do a few cities if you want, if that is something that you'd like to do. That's a really good idea actually. Let me know what you think about that. I'll just tell you that as well. So I've obviously been moving a lot of old boxes, so I'd actually gone through a lot of stuff that has been in storage for 2 years since we moved from the Manchester house when we initially moved to Dubai, and I found some old photos, and I don't know what is wrong with me. Like I feel like I've just got increasingly, I think I've always been an emotional person or sensitive, but I was unboxing stuff and looking at old photos and I had so many feelings of just sadness sadness, which is so strange when you're unpacking. Like usually you get that if you're packing your life up, but I guess when you're going through any change it probably is quite normal too. But it was just the most bizarre experience. I was like, what am I getting? Like I was crying and I had to stop going through some of my old photos, probably because I think a few of them were like only from a few years ago. You know, when you look at stuff and you're like, we all look so different, why is time going so quick? I think my head was just spiraling off down that route. But I did find one of my favourite books, which was a present a few years ago, The Unposted Letter. I actually initially thought this was a book to read. Well, it is a book to read, but it's more of a book, like it's got a message sort of for each day, or maybe this is just how I've taken it. So basically, whenever I have this like around, I literally just open up a page and trust that that'll be like the message that I need to see that day. And then we did it last night with the girls, and I feel like I've never opened up the same page as well. It's a really nice thing to have in your house. Like I feel like you'd like this. You can get them, I think, off Amazon too. And yeah, I never seem to pick the same page twice. Like I've not actually seen this one, Life as a Teacher Disguised as an Experience, and it's just got a little page. Reminds me slightly of the Daily Stoic sort of thing, but I just thought I'd share that with you on here in case you'd like to do something similar. And it's basically just real big things put into simple words, which I'm a simple gal. I like stuff like that. This morning I have dropped my car off to the Emirati garage. I found one actually really close by, and the woman had a sign on the door as I walked in saying, do not talk to the dog, do not stroke the dog. I've never seen a sign like that in my life, but I was thinking, I was walking in there like, do I breathe in here? Or I've never seen a saying don't talk to the dog. But anyway, dropped my keys off and I actually ran there. So it was 2.5 kilometres. So I could have just finished it as a 5k, but I thought, well, I may as well run back there, and then we've done 5 kilometres. But it felt like when you do 2.5k, that's a really nice way to break things up. Like if you're wanting to get into running more, start with 2.5k. It's a really nice kind of cruisy number, and it really doesn't feel that long. And then feel like I can't actually believe that is 2.5k, if that makes sense. I thought I could show you around the house and also give you a bit of a fitness update. Okay. I'm just cleaning away. I also put these flowers out that Olivia brought me over. This is actually a jar. I've got one vase. I feel like I could do maybe with another one, but they've just bloomed. Like I actually cut them last night. I think I mentioned this in one of my other vlogs, but I've started cutting the leaves off of certain flowers, and I just think they look so much cleaner in the jar. But yeah, I'm just going to tidy up. One thing, when I do make these recipes, I seem to just make so much mess, and I'm going to try and clean up as I go because it just makes my life a lot easier. Here's the kitchen. I'll do a proper full in-depth tour on my big camera at some point as well. So this is where I've been sat working a majority of today. My ring light's still set up there. This is actually quite a new add-on. So this was part of the kitchen plan, but then we actually didn't have this wooden piece for a while, and it's just made the whole kitchen, I feel like, come to life, because it means I can sit on there, and then it's quite like a good height. It's called American oak, and then we've had like an oak veneer leg to match. We found this amazing joiner, so he has done that. These are what I picked up from Primark yesterday. They're such nice quality, and I think they were £4.50 each. Perfect for storage, and they've also got a little mini version. But yeah, I just can't get over it. This island is perfect. We ended up going for one of these downdraft induction hobs, which is so cool, and it's actually really effective. Like I was worried it was just going to be a bit like not the best quality in terms of the down suction. Here's all the kitchen area. Oh, I love these lights as well. They're from Corsten, they're called. All the like handles and stuff are from there. And then here's my lovely plant. We actually got him from IKEA. He's real, and I'm yet to collect my pot from storage. And then you come through here. Again, it's still very much a building site. So here's our living room. Do you remember seeing this sofa in our Dubai apartment? It was so weird unboxing all our Dubai stuff here, because obviously this is like a countryside spot, going from city to that. If we go back to Dubai, I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna have to bring this back with us. Haven't quite thought that one through. But yeah, this is the media wall that's unfinished, but it's getting there. We've got the little fireplace, my coffee table, and then we had the lights put in at the back. We still got lots of stuff, like this is really unfinished. We need to put a TV in here and whatnot. I just thought I'd give you a little mini update. I won't show you around there because there's just loads of building stuff. And then we come through here into our master bedroom. I think this might be my my favourite room of the house actually. It's turned out so nice. If you go back to some of my renovation vlogs, you can see what an absolute state the whole house, I wasn't even going to say this room actually, was in. This is also the world's comfiest bed ever, and it's flipping huge, so there's so much space for Mace and I literally sleep so well in here. The electrician was supposed to come today actually to finish off the lights, because these are actually the last like electrical parts that are incomplete. And Mace actually put up our, I was going to call them wardrobes, our curtains the other day, and then my rail I put on like a not noise blocking, a blackout blind like underneath the actual curtain, but for some reason my pole just doesn't want to take the weight. Like Mason's is fine, like you can see on that left side, that is what needs adding. And yeah, got our little bedsides, and then we've also started with our wardrobes, so we're getting doors made by the joiner for these. So yeah. Hello, so I've just got back from the other 2.5k of my run. I feel a bit funny because I'd paused my watch when I did the first 2.5 at like, was it 2-3 o'clock when I dropped my car off. And anyway, I've picked Betty up. She's passed at MOT, could not be happy about that. I do feel like I get a bit anxious going to car garages ever since about a year ago with my old car. It wasn't old, the actual car, but I'd had it a while and I'd left it parked up when we'd moved to Dubai because I didn't want to sell it. I feel like, you know, when you've got a trusty car that you just don't want to get rid of, and probably a bit of attachment issues or something with this particular car. And I used her, she was also she, as a van, and I used to just put so much in her, and anyway I must have broken her springs, like probably going too quick over a bump with so much weight from just furniture, you name it. I used to put everything in that car, especially like moving around and stuff. So yeah, I took her for MOT. She failed, and she had broken springs on the back, but not just like a broken spring, they were in pieces. And the garage guy was like, what have you been putting in your car? And I was so embarrassed. I never even noticed, like I didn't even think the suspension was off at all. Just thought to myself, by the way, you're in the bathroom. This isn't totally finished yet, but this is, oh, I just love it in here. I need to tell you a whole story time about this shower, and this has just been crazy doing this, like the actual issues we had with it. We had to drill through the floor, but I'll save that for another time. But I've booked on to go to Reformer Pilates tonight, which I'm really looking forward to, and I'm going to try and do either Reformer Pilates or yoga once a week. I feel like that's achievable, and I really need to work on my flexibility. It's not something I enjoy doing as much on my own, or like I love doing a stretch, but I just don't like doing it for long enough. I prefer doing it with like in a class basically. So that is what I'm working on. And also I want to work on some of my deep core strength. I feel like your core can be an area that gets skipped, or if you leave it to the end of your workout, you just kind of do half-hearted, say 2 or 3 sets of a few core exercises, when I think it's really important to build and maintain a strong core, because that helps across all your other lifts and just general things like your posture, especially if you're sat down a lot, like hunched over. Also trying a new instructor. I've not actually been to one of her classes, because I feel like sometimes with Reformer Pilates classes, some of them can be a bit, they're either too easy or I don't know, like I'm just testing a few out at the moment. I'm going to try to put this bow in my hair. My hair desperately needs a wash. I need to do a Look Fantastic order tonight. I've been really liking this shampoo that I've been using, so I think I'm going to order that again. And then I kind of need some new makeup bits. I feel like I've not tried anything. Oh my god, who is she? I might turn into like a Pilates girl this year, who knows at this rate. I'm loving how there's bows are so in at the moment, aren't they actually? I keep seeing them everywhere. I wanted to get some for some nice little cocktail glasses. It's freezing. It is duvet coat weather. I've grabbed my longest coat that basically goes down to my toes. I wish I'd have discovered this sooner, because it is so snuggly and warm. It literally feels like you're just wrapped up sausage in this coat. Right, I'm gonna have a party in my car, I think. I've had that song, Can I Call You Rose? I think I used it for a reel the other day, and just like every flipping half an hour I just keep singing that and I think I like this little life. This little life. I don't feel like I gave you my best notes there. You know, I can actually sing it, by the way. Like, I actually think I can hit a note. The amount of times I've, you know, when you drive and you hear yourself and you're like, oh my god, that was really good. I've got voice memos on my phone of me when I think I've really like, oh, that was a good one. And then you listen to it back and it's just like an actual cat screaming. This is a song.
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet.
Actually quite early for Pilates. Love this from me. Right, let's go in. gosh, that was a really humbling experience. I think the last reformer class I went to was back in November, maybe even before that, I can't quite remember. Really enjoyed that. I'm just going to make a conscious effort. It's 8:15. I grabbed some stuff from a supermarket on the way home, and I'm going to try and have like a phone-free evening. I said this to myself as soon as I walked through the door 10 minutes ago, and then I was going to start editing some videos, but this year I'm really trying to make an effort to set boundaries, not necessarily with other people, but just with myself, because I feel like I'm one of these people who I just constantly fill my time. Like, you know, some people can just be bored. I am just not one of them people for some reason. Like, I can't remember, I just physically could never be bored, because I feel like I just fill my every second up until my eyes close. Not all the time, but I just feel like I want to work on that. I don't always need to be busy. I think sometimes you need that buffer time to just be in your own thoughts rather than always be distracted. And the same goes for, like, I love listening to podcasts, audiobooks, reading, but remember to have that time, and I'm talking to myself here, but remember to have that time just with yourself, like to be in your own thoughts, to be able to process your own feelings, your own emotions. And I don't think that's spoken about enough, and something that I think we can all benefit from. Like, I actually feel like over the past few weeks, like sort of Christmas, New Year, I had some time off and I really put my phone away, which was quite nice. Something else I was thinking about is, I don't know how I do this, but whenever I'm with people, I don't touch my socials. Or, like, for example, I wanted to vlog a little bit more last night, but you know, when you're just in the moment, like, I don't really feel like I want to get my camera out or get my phone out. But I kind of need to work on that, because a lot of my YouTube is sharing my life, so it's something that I need to do in a way that I can still be present, but then still document parts, or still like bring you along for the ride, kind of thing. Anyway, they're just some of my little thoughts. Desperately need to wash this hair. Wednesday, and I feel like we're talking to Hagrid today. As you can tell, I washed my hair last night. I haven't put anything in it. I haven't ran a brush through it or anything yet, but it's quite early. It's 7:15, and I feel like I'm just going to do my hair. Like, I'm going to take my Dyson Airwrap to the gym and then do it post-workout, because it seems counterintuitive blow drying it, you know, like how I usually wear it now, if that makes sense. And quite frankly, I can't be bothered right now. I'm just about to fill out my journal. So this is one that I've been trying, and I've been testing lots of journals this past 6 months. This is the Daily Stoic. So I really like this book, and it actually coincides with the prompts in here, but it's really simple. It's literally a prompt a day, literally one question: what are sources of unsteadiness in my life? A morning reflection and then an evening reflection. I must admit, I haven't done every single evening reflection, but they're really deep, like quite deep questions that I feel like I've not been able to answer. Like the other day was about, what is your purpose? And I feel like your purpose can sometimes change, but generally comes down like to one kind of core root sort of thing, and you can just sort of put it differently. But that question really got me. I was like, oh my gosh, just gets your mind thinking about stuff. And even if you can't answer it that day, you know, like whenever you can't answer a question, you think about it for the next few days. I found myself doing that quite a bit, and it's quite a nice social thing to do. Like, Mason's also got one of these journals, and then also his sister. So we've been texting this week, like, flipping out, did you manage to answer the question? Like, one last week was, how can I keep my mind clear from pollution? And then my answer was, by choosing self-discipline. I feel like self-discipline is one of those things that, you know, in this soft girl era life, which I absolutely love to be part of, that doesn't mean not to have any self-control or like self-discipline with yourself, because I think that is like the ultimate form of self-love. Like, showing up for yourself when you say you were going to train at a certain time, or eating well because you know it makes you feel good from the inside out. Like, I think sometimes when you just let them things slide, you start to feel quite unhappy in yourself, because you know you're not going towards like the vision or the type of person, you're not showing up as the person that you deep down want to be, and you're just letting short-term pleasures, short-term dopamine fixes sort of get in the way of like what you actually, like what sort of person you want to be. Like in a morning, for example, rather than spending time, I don't know, journaling or reading 3 pages of a book, it's so easy to end up in a doom scroll. We've all been there. We all still have those mornings, but just like catching yourself and going, and like, not today, you're not getting me today. Anyway, that is enough chit chat for 7:20 in the morning right now, I think. Oh, that's really nice. I think I added too much spinach. I think I accidentally put my watercress and the spinach in the freezer rather than my just spinach, so I can definitely taste a bit of that in there. It's nice overall. Okay, I'm just updating my workout playlist for this year. I absolutely love, I've got a hot girl one, which if you've not listened to is really good for motivation, but I feel like I want a fresh one. I want to add some newness, so I'll pop it in the description down below.
I just wanna pull up the Maybach.
Maybach, make a movie. I was just thinking, if you're not having a pre-gym, pre-workout party in your car, in your kitchen, on your drive to the gym, then what are you doing? You're really missing out. Literally one of my favourite moments of the entire day, and gives me so much energy, puts a smile on my face. I'm obsessed with Bad Bunny. This is one of my favourites. About 10 people walking past the car, and we look crazy half the time. Like, if I pulled up to myself at a set of traffic lights, I'd want to get in my car, actually, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna watch these back and be cringing. This is nostalgic. I've had 2 deliveries today. I ordered some Look Fantastic beauty bits that I just ran out of. Like, I'd ran out of all my shampoo, and then I ordered some Nespresso capsules. If you've got the Nespresso Vertuo machine, these are the nicest flavour. They're literally the only ones that I order now. They're the Nespresso Melosio, and this is like a 230ml, so it's a big strong coffee, and I just add a little bit of milk, kind of like a big tasty Americano, and then you just add your milk. It's really rich. I did find with the Nespresso Vertuo machine, I feel like all the flavours just tasted a little bit weird for a while. Like, I couldn't find one that I liked, and I kept going into the Nespresso machines and taste testing some of them, and I don't always like the little single shots. Like, I like a big coffee, and then I just add my milk. I don't usually froth my milk, actually, I just pour in cold. So yeah, I've got a whole big pack. I was actually ordering these on Amazon, but then I quickly realised they had an extra charge on top, so I was spending way more than I wanted to be. These take a few days to arrive on Nespresso's. It's not sponsored or anything. Mason's just got back home as well. Was it 2 nights you've been away for, actually? It feels like you've been away for about a week.
Hello, my crew, my people then. I was away for 2 nights.
Feels like a while,
Manchester
doesn't it?
place.
I think it feels longer than that.
Feels like coming back to my country house. I've actually stopped having caffeine for a while. I feel like I was having way too much, especially during the build of the house, and I was having that anxiety and shakes. So I kind of cooled off.
I need to sort out these cupboards, actually. That's one thing since we've moved into this place. I've not properly sorted through everything.
The decaf.
I tried that Nespresso decaf, and it just, to me, maybe because I'm used to quite strong coffee, it just tasted like Satori.
Satori.
It's not Satori. Oh. I just said that coffee tasted, I mean, it tasted like watery to me. So Thursday was a big and well-needed laptop day. I didn't really move from this spot all day. I was editing some recipe content, and I was also adding some bits to my Pinterest board that I want to print off for like my vision board for the year. I also went over some programming for my fitness app, Live and Lift, and super excited about that. And I was also booking my flight and just ticking off lots of stuff off the to-do list. I'm always so curious when people work for themselves, like what their actual days look like, because I feel like mine are all so different. There's not really ever one day the same. And then I got finished up there and loved how chilled it was in that little spot. Hello, it is Friday and I've actually been in the gym for about 90 minutes. I've been filming some brand stuff, so got that out of the way, and I've been so surprised this week. So I've been trying to time block. This is something I've tried so many times over the last maybe 2 years, but I've done it in a gradual way this week, so just kind of building it as a habit, because I'm not going to expect myself to be able to efficiently like time block properly when I've never really managed to get it going. Whereas this week I've just been like going over my schedule for the day, so like my to-do list, and then actually timing how long things take, so I've got a better idea. Like, for example, I've just filmed for 90 minutes. I had to change like a million outfits, and I'm so surprised that I didn't actually know how long that took me, if that makes sense. And yeah, when you actually see how long certain tasks take, it also gives you an idea of where you can outsource outsource things as well. Like, I quickly realised how much time I spend editing, so editing reels, TikToks, voiceovers. Like last night I was in the car filming a 20-second voiceover and it might have taken me like 45 minutes or something. Just a bit interesting. Anyway, I am about to train shoulders and delts. I've already started, and you know what? So I neglected I feel like just my shoulders. I don't know why. They got very victimised last year, like as in I just kind of feel like I wasn't consistent with training my shoulders. You can't really see in this lighting, but I've noticed such a difference just a few weeks into training my upper body. I actually really enjoy it as well because it's just not quite as like intense and heavy lifting as your legs. But what I was finding was when I was skipping or not really prioritising my upper body, it was really translating into my other lifts because I was struggling with like my grip strength, just feeling like I was a little bit imbalanced. So as well as that, visually I feel like my arms just they were smaller because I went through a phase of feeling like the more I was training the bigger I was getting, but I was also in a calorie surplus when that did happen. And I prefer having like a leaner kind of defined shoulder arm look, which you get from training your arms. So yeah, I'll show you what my workout is today. I've got such a busy day and I feel like I don't have enough time. I need to somehow go and squeeze in just some little bits like getting my eyebrows, my moustache done, because we're going to a dinner with some friends tonight and staying over at theirs, which I'll take you along to. I thought that'd be quite nice with Mace. I also need to do some editing. I've got a meeting. I've got to buy a birthday present, and Mason's just asked me to do, he just texted me something else. I've not even fully looked at the message yet, so come along with me. I'm just currently doing some girl math. So I was driving into the town centre because I need to pick up some bits, and then I thought I also need to wash my hair, like it's in dire need of a hair wash, and I'm very limited on time, so it just makes sense that I need to go get my hair blow dried. It's also a Friday. I feel like I should quite like to treat myself. I've had really good few first weeks to start the new year, so I just called up to see if my hairdresser had any availability, and she does. So on the way to get my hair blow dried, and I'm also going to get my brows done. Nice little unexpected pamper, but it just makes sense, doesn't it? When you're short on time, it's quicker someone else blow drying it, and in the meantime I can do a bit of work on my phone. Mason's texted me saying, am I going to be ready to leave at 4:30? It's now 3 o'clock. I need to go get my hair done, go get these eyebrows and moustache done. Moustache is a top priority because I feel like it's all fluffy, like white fluff. I kind of regret ever touching my upper lip because I only had like a few just white fluffy hairs a few years ago, and then I decided to, I say white fluffy hairs, I think I'm just dark haired anyway, but I just had a few and then I got it threaded and waxed, and I feel like now just on one side here I can sometimes grab them. Right, let's get off and crack up.
Like, oh, I like seeing them on dates. Really?
Hello, so this is the hair. You would not believe I've just done full beat, full glam. I don't even know if it looks glam right now actually, but I've just done all my makeup in a moving car on the motorway, which I've never done before, and I didn't have much expectation, but it wasn't too bad. I found when I used the mirror from the car and then also used my eyelash eyelash, my eyeshadow mirror. It worked quite well, but tonight Mason and I are going to his best friend and his lovely girlfriend's dinner. It's his birthday today, so we've driven to near Sheffield to have dinner and just catch up, and we're also staying over. It took us about an hour and 25 minutes. Mason's just gone in to a Sainsbury's local just to grab some little bits, snacky bits, and I am just trying to locate my perfume. This thing, so it's a newer little mini, bring that up. Got some little goodies I see, Mace.
Hello! I've just got a little few extra gifts for the birthday boy. From Shandong.
Oh, I'm glad they had that. We were struggling to find little mini supermarkets en route. Yeah, we've got here quite quickly. We're both matching actually. I have zero clue what this dress actually looks like. I've just pulled the tag off and obviously put it on in the car. Haven't even had a chance to try it on, so hopefully it looks somewhat nice. Just for some context, so Adam is Mason's, he's basically your childhood friend, isn't he? Childhood best friend.
Yeah.
So you went to the same school together?
Same school, same rugby clubs. Yeah. Very fond memories, childhood memories, and adult memories actually.
He's helped you renovate one of your Manchester houses,
so
hasn't he?
even
The one that
when
we
I
lived
first
in.
started buying property, he came up, him and my other friend called Adam as well, and they helped him renovate during the off season.
Slow down. Don't rush into
That's not speaking to me now.
No, I was thinking that. I thought it was you going into American accent.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
So we're on the phone to him.
Yeah,
just a lover.
I'm just a lover. Yeah, da na 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 da da.
I thought I painted a picture of
Hello again. So it is nearly 2 o'clock. So I've actually driven somewhere today to go for a run because it's a really nice route, and the plan of action is a 15-kilometre run. This will be the longest I've ran in, it's been months actually, thinking about it. I had an injury, an ankle injury, I don't know if you remember, which kind of knocked my confidence a little bit because I just didn't want it to flare up. So I've been really careful actually, as in I haven't really gone overboard when it comes to my running distance. I'm looking forward to this. I've got orange, some wellness shots, because I don't have a flipping water bottle that'll fit in here. I need to get one because wait till you see this. This is what I'm going to be drinking for a 15-kilometre run. I've got two of them, but it's the only thing that would fit in here, and they're glass bottles, so hopefully I don't go over deck and end up smashing that. Well, I've even said that, I'll put that out into the universe. So I think I'm about 4k in. Oh my god, I'm so out of breath, and this feels a lot harder. I definitely need to be doing this more. Just listening to a Chris Williamson podcast. Oh god, I'm so out of breath. And I just stopped and had a double espresso shot, which, how cute. Like, I always think you should support like small businesses, but especially little coffee like local ones, which are really nice. Oh god, I can't speak. Just finished. I've lost another nail. Oh Jesus Christ, I feel a little bit sick. So I ran 13 kilometres, which it felt bloody far today. Like when you've not done a long run in a while. In my head it was a lot. I felt like it was going to be a lot quicker, but I really enjoyed it. I just forgot how long it takes. Or like, I made a mistake of listening to loads of podcasts this morning when I was cleaning, and I think I did like 4 hours just cleaning around my house and sorting out my drawers and stuff. So I was kind of like, you know, when you're in that mode where I didn't really fancy listening to music today, and I was a bit podcasted out. When you're running for like an hour and a half, it just gets a bit tedious. So I was trying to just zone out, because I feel like that way you just get into that flow state, if you know what I mean, which I feel like I managed in the end. So that was that, and then gonna have like a bit of a girly night tonight. So my best friend's gonna come over. She might meet me in Harrogate maybe now. I'm in desperate need of my nails doing. I'm gonna have my hands on show for something really exciting. I'm going to Dubai actually. There's no point me getting my nails done now, because by the next Monday they're going to be all grown out, and I've just lost 2 nails such a love-hate relationship with getting my nails done. Right, I'm just going to get 2 nails put back on. I've just checked the others to see if they're loose and if we've got any stragglers going. So get the 2 nails put on because I feel like I've developed a new icky kind of thing. Like I really don't like having like 1 nail missing anymore. Like when I was a bit younger, I didn't mind it as much. I'm talking about like my own hands. But now, like I can't think about anything else when I have like 1 nail off. Like just makes me feel a bit weird. And I'm really glad that I finished my run when I did because the heavens have just opened. So I'm grateful that I didn't get cold and wet all in one. So it's Sunday. I'm just with Katie.
Hello.
You met Katie actually last time when we did that reformer, reform Pilates class. And we got it's the old ladies, wasn't it, in that class?
They were really good,
They were so good, and we
humbled us.
But that was last time I think we did a workout together. So we just got to the gym. It's a Sunday morning. Last night we made such a nice dinner, didn't we? Actually.
Oh yeah, it was lovely.
So we've made like steak, air fried some sweet potato. You made this really nice spinach thing.
Yeah, spinach and garlic. That was nice.
It was. I'll have to. I'll try and film the recipe at some point. But just woke up this morning, done some journaling. Katie's got this new like gratitude journal thing with loads of questions in, so we're just looking through that. Oh yeah, made protein oats actually. Yeah. That was nice. And then I'm just going to do a workout. So I thought I'd bring you along.
Oh.
About hip apart. Yeah. Toes pointed slightly outwards. You're tucking the pelvis in, so it's like a scooping up. That's it, and you want your back to run down, scoop up. Yeah, that's it. And you want to keep the chin tucked down. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah, and then so and then just bring yourself a little back one. Hold, a bit higher up. Good. That brings us to the end of the weekly vlog. I'm really enjoying filming these videos. I'm also going to Dubai next week, so I was thinking to film a weekly vlog there. Let me know if you would like to see more of this style of content more regularly, and it's definitely something that I can do. It's just nice bringing you along with if you could do me one favour and just hit like on this video, I would appreciate it so much. And if you're not already subscribed, then come and join the fam. I would love to have you here, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.